Yeah. Okay.
So a very warm welcome, good evening, uh, namaste to all our viewers and readers across the globe, and a Merry Christmas to you all on behalf of all of us at Pioneer Book Lovers Club. Welcome to another episode of The Author Show. Before I start or before I bring in the author, I would like to give a brief introduction of Pioneer Book Lovers Club. This club was started as a community club, local community club, a couple of years back, September 2020. And subsequently, we expanded it on the Facebook. And now we have 188 members on the Facebook page of our club. Then the objective of starting the club was to start promote, to inculcate reading and writing and literature as a habit. So members on the group, they read books, they review books, they share what they are reading, and everything about literature. We also started a write contest, and the season 1 we completed last year, in which we received several entries, and about 22 odd entries were declared as winners. We are working on publishing them as a book. We also started this author show in September or October 2021. So it's completed 1 year, and several authors have featured on the author show. In the continuing the series forward on this Christmas Day of 2022, we bring to you author Sandhya Borkar. Let me put her on also on the spotlight. So that's Sandhya Borkar for you.
Good evening, everyone.
So welcome to the show, Sandhya. So before we start with the formal questions, I'll just give a brief introduction of Sandhya. Sandhya was born in a Mysore Brahmin family. She spent her life in Mumbai getting the best of education. She started her banking career in 1990. Sandhya was married into a GSB family. I presume that is Gaur Saraswat Brahmin family. Am I right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Learning to speak Konkani, preparing traditional Goan cuisine, vegetarian and non-vegetarian traditions and rituals. An avid reader of fiction made her believe and strongly root for happy endings, feel-good stories. From reading to scribbling and then writing short stories, Sandhya gradually made her forays as an author. Multitasking in domestic, corporate, she has written several short stories, self-published stories, and with the assistance of Clever Fox Publication, has released her novel, Shree's Vara. That's the book cover for you readers, Shree's Vara. The book is well received and is based on drama with a big dose of love, passion, karma, and rising above all like a phoenix. So welcome once again, welcome to the show, Sandhya. We are indeed privileged, and it's a pleasure to have you with us this evening.
Thank you so much, and a very, very happy Merry Christmas. And on this beautiful Christmas festive season, being a part of this show, I'm really truly blessed, and I'm really thankful for the introduction that you have given me, Sanjay ji. As I start this conversation, I would just like to say a wonderful platform by Pioneer Group, especially for us amateur authors. It's a wonderful platform where we can interact, we can learn, and this opportunities that we get to communicate on a social platform. Indeed, I think it's a wonderful job, and thank you so much once again from my heart.
So thank you so much, Sandhya. Now, your introduction, taking from your introduction, you were born in a Mysore Brahmin family and then married into a GSB Konkani family.
Yes.
So was this transition difficult for you? What all this transition entailed?
First and foremost, my first part in my maternal house, there was a lot of prayer ritual. There was a lot of traditions that we were following. It was a very very God fearing and very in a very meticulous way we used to work, and we used to live very strict, very disciplinary. So that has been the root of my family. There was a concentration on living simple. Education was a very very big part of my maternal family. When I was married to this GSB family, initially it was very hard because, first and foremost, although they both are very close to each other state wise, the rituals, the food habits, and from coming from a vegetarian family into a non vegetarian family, it was very, very hard to accept. But this was possible only because of the love, the belief, and my family who accepted me, and plus of course the values inculcated by my family. So combination helped me face my challenges, and today I'm very proudly say that I am 100% GSB, and just I have a background of a Mysore Brahmin.
Okay. I am presuming that you are also cooking
Yes,
non-vegetarian food now.
yes, I cook very good typical Goan veg, non-vegetarian food. I prepare, I purchase. Initially, it was very, very nauseating for me, but then I learned because वो बोलते हैं ना कि अगर शाहजहां ने मुमताज के लिए ताज बनाया, तो हमने अपने प्यार के लिए नॉनवेज बनाया है.
so, so question arising out of this, was yours a love marriage?
100%.
Okay. Great.
वो
Okay, so
टिपिकल फिल्मी 100% लव मैरिज था
oh,
हमारा.
so I think whenever next time you are in Mumbai, I presume, yeah.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
whenever next we are in Mumbai, Vardhan is in Mumbai, so I think he will take you up on that. And so when I am in Mumbai, I'll sit with you and your husband and hear about your love marriage.
Definitely, definitely.
Okay. So you made another transition from a banker to a writer. Now,
Yes.
what made you shift from a successful banking career to a vastly different genre altogether? I would say, picking a word from the book industry itself, it's a different genre altogether. So, what made you pick that up?
See, I am still working. My career is still on. I have still some years to go before I retire. But then I think writing just happened to me one day. I just something happened, and then I had to just. It was like an eruption, And when I sat and wrote Srivara, I've written Srivara in 2007.
Oh,
And it is, even now there may be a slight change, but this is the unchanged version of Srivara. And I was going through a very challenging phase all alone. My husband had met with a very massive accident, and Srivara I have written in the cold rooms of Bombay Hospital.
okay,
And this book has been is very very close and dear to me because it has come out when I needed some miracle to happen in my life. So two miracles happened. One, my husband is hale and hearty, touch wood. He has survived the ordeal. Secondly, Srivara was I discovered myself as a writer.
okay, okay. Shree's Vara, I have read the book, and as I started reading it initially, I thought that I may not enjoy it because for me somehow miracles are something which, okay, I read about it, I see it, but then somehow I was not very much into it. But then when I read the book, I realized that it was not just about miracles. It's also a book about faith, about trust. That if you have faith, if you have trust, you can move mountains, as they say. So
Yes.
what you have partly already replied to my query, but then what inspired you or what motivated you to write Shreeswara? Would you like to tell a little more about your book?
Yes, I would like to say that when we were going through that phase, Dr. Natarajan, he's one of the leading ophthalmologists. And just before my operating on my husband, he asked me, "How are you feeling?" I said, "I'm feeling very fearful." So he said, "Then I will not conduct the operation." He said, "You should have faith over fear. If you have faith in me, that is the time when I will have the confidence to, conduct this operation." And that is the line I have learned from Dr. Natarajan, that faith over fear. And in this book, when you see the characters, all of them have challenging. They have something that was missing in their life, but when they place faith, when they, uh, you know, face their challenges, stood up to their challenges, things changed. Things happen. In this book, there are miracles which happen in a part of the book, but afterwards, if you see, it goes on in their routine life.
Yeah.
But that miracle that has taken them has shown them the right path for their ultimate, ultimate goal or ultimate success or ultimate happiness.
So that's okay. That's really interesting and that's wonderful. And so, would you like to read an excerpt from your book?
Yes, I'll just pick it up, and I would like to read one page when uh, you know Radhika has she had a lot of faith in Shri, but
Shri.
Shri, she feels that he has disowned her. He's not for her. During this Mela, it so happens that uh, Shri makes it to a house. So this is when Shri comes to her house. Radhika was filled with anger that she had to wipe the feet of her enemy Suraj. So without lifting her head, she washed and wiped his feet. The priest left the hall and closed the door and asked Radhika to serve Suraj and Shri and fan them. Radhika nodded. She was serving Shri, and her eyes went to the feet of the idol. In its place were the live lotus feet of Shri. Astonished, she lifted her face to look at Shri, and she was blinded. Shri laughed, and Radhika opened her eyes. She saw the beautiful smiling face of Shri with twinkles in his eyes. There was a halo around Shri. Her entire body trembled. She did not know what to do. She kept the utensils down and folded her hands, bent her head, and prostrated in front of Shri. She had tears running down her cheeks and goosebumps all over her body.
Yeah, that's really touching, and I also love that part of the book. When that happens, and when she regains her faith on the Lord. So that was really wonderful for me. So you said that you are also an avid reader. So would
Yes,
you
yes.
say that your writing or this book is inspired by any specific writer that you may have read?
Uh, no, actually, the genre which I like to read is Nora Roberts
Okay,
or Jane Austen. I'm a typical Mills and Boons fan. So
okay,
and this Nora Roberts is there. Then Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice. So I'm more of romantic, feel good. This book, Srisvara, I think it has been inspired by my real life.
okay,
Probably a little fiction coming way, but then I never thought of this story coming together, and it was randomly picked up. Some of the characters' names are after my best friends. I have a
okay.
best friend called Radha. I have best friends Preeti, Lakshmi. So all this at that time, it just came out, and I just wrote this
Okay.
story.
Okay. So now, since you mentioned that you also love reading romance, that's your favorite genre, as you
Yes,
said.
happy
So
endings.
happy ending. Okay. So would like to know a little about your own real life love story.
Uh,
Very quickly. I mean, yeah.
well, we two were met together at office, and see, I always knew I wanted an arranged marriage because that was the way my upbringing was. And then I always tell my husband Santosh that he broke all the barriers. We were very, very good friends, and today also that friendship has remained. And working together from friendship, it became into problem, a sort of attraction. And when he proposed to me, the first thing I said was no. My parents won't accept it. But he spent 1 year trying to convince me, and finally, I liked him for what he was. He was everything I want. He was tall. He's very, very witty, and he accepted me when I was at my lowest. Because when we got married, I have my parents blessed me that okay, you get married. Whatever they had to give me, they gave me, but they didn't attend my marriage. So I was very his parents, his family, all of them were very like cool about it. They said okay, fine, and I think my love was always there for my husband. But the day I got married, if you see my marriage photo, I was always crying because at that most important time of my life, the people who mattered to me, my parents, were not there. So my husband made it a point that he took me back to my maternal place that day evening. We took the blessings of my parents and we started our marital life. So we just completed 29 years of marriage.
Okay.
And
You know, I would not have placed you married for 29 years, so maybe 20 years, but not 29 years. Okay, that's
yes,
wonderful. Yeah. Okay.
29 years. And the act that my husband, we went back, sought the blessings,
Okay.
I think melted my parents' anger. And after, say, once we returned from our trip, I went back, and my dad was saying, okay, fine. Mommy was saying, okay. I said, "फिर इतना नाटक क्यों किया? You should have come." Like they're saying no, no, this, that. So I said, if you liked it, fine. What everything more? I said, what society, everything? Your child's happiness is very happiness. No, no, no. He came back, he with you, he sought our blessings. So I said, and after that, I'll tell you one thing. My parents had a very, very superb relation with my husband,
Okay.
and of course my even my sasural, that relation, this. But at that moment वो इतना filmy हो गया ना.
So that's what probably inspired you to make that's happy endings come from there.
Yeah,
I
yes,
will-
yes, it was a true life because uh, at that moment, see, you have to, when I walked out of my parents house, that was the most difficult phase of my life,
yeah.
because there was my new opportunities. I had to come out completely of my comfort zone. See, I didn't know what my married life was, but I took that risk. I took that leap of faith, which all is there in this book.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So that's what I said. It's very much inspired by other things, but yes, there's a bit of my
Of
story also
of
in
your
this.
story also in this book. So
Yes,
and all of us must actually read this book, Shri Swaraj. That's what it is. Okay.
yes,
So
yes.
what is the next book that you are working on, Sandhya?
I'm working on a book about babies. I love
Okay.
babies also, so it's somewhat ready. But then Sri Svara has taught me a lot of lessons. So when I come out with that book, it is, I've just named it babies, but I will have a better name, better use, and I have to work on it because Sri Svara has taught me that. You have to be grammatically correct.
Yes.
You have to build up this. So of course, Srisvara, I'm going to give it time. It's not going to happen. My next book is not going to happen till at least I feel Srivara has a year. So it got published in August. So probably by next July, August, I will think of starting with my second book. So I'll have a lot of time.
Yeah, that's right. So we look forward to your second book as well. So
Thank
now
you.
I would open it to we have two members here on Zoom, and the Facebook Live link I would send across to you. So if anyone has posted any query there, you could look at the video recording, and then anyone has posted a query there, you could respond to that on social media itself. So
Right.
Vardhan comes first as usual. Vardhan is there, and Vardhan is smiling. So Vardhan is in Bombay only,
Yes.
and he also, he has started writing. I would say he has started writing.
Okay.
He's written 3 blogs which are there on
Wow.
my author blog about
Okay.
the festivals of India. That's a series
Oh,
that
wow.
he's
Nice.
creating. So Vardhan, please, all yours.
Thank you. So congratulations on your first book. And it is really interesting the way you have described, the way you have written, the situation in which you have written. Really inspiring. One question that I wanted to ask you is that since you said that you wrote that book in 2007, 2008, why did it take so much time for you to publish that book?
I didn't have the courage actually to, come out with it. Probably, see, the courage is one thing. Secondly, at that time, I was more concentrating on my career. So it was written and it was there in the, yeah. But then I think in 2019 that once COVID started, there was a lot of this of short stories. Made my attempts at short stories. That is where I got the platform and the
Okay.
courage, to come out with Srisvara. And I would definitely like to thank Lalita Madam, first Forays, for she has been my guidance for this book to happen. And she has guided me. She has said, okay, we can do like this, we can do that way. And the confidence that I lacked was supported by Lalita Madam. And I would really, really thank her. Clever Fox also for them accepting my manuscript and publishing it. And definitely, it is a life changing experience for me.
Mhm. One more question that I wanted to ask you is that why did you choose English to write the book and not either Konkani or Kannada or Marathi?
Although
I am assuming that you are fluent in all these 3 languages.
Konkani does not have a lipi, so it is only an oral. Kannada, although I'm born up, we speak Kannada. I don't know how to read and write. My
Okay.
education has been in English, so for me it is very, very easy to write it in English. And when actually Lalita Madam, she was saying, why don't we release it in Marathi or in a local regional language? I said, let us release it in English. Let us see the response, and then definitely we can go in for a language. Because see, the story is based in a typical village of India. So anywhere in India you go, this sort of things do happen. So I think any person can relate to this situations and this
Yeah.
story.
So,
So
so I hope you release your next book soon enough, and the wait is not from 2007 to 2022.
No, no, no.
All the best to all of you. All the best to you.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much.
so thank you, Vardhan. Incidentally, Vardhan has been a finance executive. Uh,
Okay.
he was the CFO in several leading companies, and he
Oh,
quit. He quit to pursue his passion, I would say. And since you
oh,
are in the banking sector, so possibly that is the common thing between
Maybe I
you.
would like to meet you one of these days.
definitely.
I would take your coordinates from Sanjay ji and get in
Paka.
touch with you.
Sure, sure, sir.
And you, since you spoke about Lalita, so I'll mention about Lalita. Lalita is a tough taskmaster. Lalita is our literary agent, and she's a tough taskmaster.
Yes.
It's very difficult to to satisfy her. and she she gives so much of so many inputs about how to improve upon the book.
Right.
My first manuscript took almost a year with her before she
Yes.
sent it out to the publishers, and my third manuscript now, the second was Gymnast, and the third manuscript has also taken quite a bit of time, because to write it as she felt that would be right for the readers.
Right.
So yeah, so we have now Shankarji. Shankarji, would you like to switch on your video and ask a few queries, or without the video? Shankarji is also a
Thank
fellow
you.
author.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sanjay ji. The video, I think, is having a problem.
Okay.
But heartiest congratulations, Sandhya ji, for your book being released.
Thank
I
you.
can understand, like our first book got released last year, Chandosi Junction, me and my wife Preeti. And I can understand the happiness one feels when the book sees the light of the day. So first of all, heartiest congratulations to you
Thank
for
you so
that.
much. Thank you so much.
And just one query I ask all the authors: how difficult it was for you to find a publisher?
Uh, Thank you so much. And yes, it was very, very difficult because uh, I had approached a lot of publishers, a lot of publication house. Then it was not happening. Things were not materializing, and there is so much of literary stuff and romance, as you see, my family drama, romance, happy ending. It is a genre that has a lot of you know sorry it has there's so many, every nook and corner you'll have somebody writing a love story. So the acceptance of this story, or acceptance to find the right platform, it was very difficult. It was it had to be, go forth, come back, go forth, come back. It was like I'm not making any that path is not there were a lot of roadblocks, and there was a lot of what to say, dividers, road dividers. But then they say for everything there's a right time, right person, right place. And then Lalita madam came into my life, and really this dream of mine to become an author has been fulfilled only because of her and Clever Fox.
Yeah. So thank you, thank
Thank
you
you
so
very
much,
much.
Shankarji. Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Thank you.
And
Uh,
best wishes for this book and the next book of yours.
Thank you so much.
so Sandhya, any messages before we close? Any messages for the readers and the viewers?
The first message I will give is, please hone your creativity. It is one thing that it will keep you balanced. It will bring you some inner joy. And see, everybody has some talent. It is only thing we have to nurture it. We have to give food to thought to our creativity and enhance it. There will be challenges, but I always feel challenges enhances your character, and your creativity will definitely bring you a lot of personal satisfaction. We all know that, we want to become world famous, we want to be known for our work, for whatever our achievement, it's our achievements. But this small step, taking small steps, will definitely lead you to the path which is meant for your life goals.
Right. Well said. Well said. So thank you so much, Sandhya. Thank you for being here this evening with us on this author show. We wish you all the best for
Thank you.
your Shri Vara and then the
Yes,
next book next
yes,
year.
yes.
Thank you.
Thank
And thank you, readers, for joining this evening. Please do read Shri Vara and share your reviews, because reviews are very important for any
yes,
author. Please do share your reviews. So that's it. Yeah.
yes.
So that's
I,
it from us at Pioneer Book Lovers Club. Look out for the notification on the Facebook page of the club about the next episode of Author Show. Goodbye. Stay safe. Wish you all a Merry Christmas. Thank you, Sandhya. Thank you once again.
thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank
Vardhan.
you
Thank you,
so much.
Shankar.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sanjay ji. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye. Bye all.